which he did the good job. He was fair on both sides, where normally they're just fair on both sides. We've had one good one.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome along to Macclesfield FC Mixler channel for live commentary of today's Northern Premier League Premier Division game between Morpeth Town and Macclesfield FC. My name's Matt Todd, and I'll be flying solo on this one, doing my best to get back-to-back victories for the Siltmen on the road. Morpeth, as I say, the destination this afternoon. Craig Park, up here in Northumberland. Made the long trip this morning, as I've quite a number of Mac fans actually, and we're now about 6 minutes from kick-off. Ground starting to fill up as the locals take their seats around me, and thank you to all of you once again for joining us. Mac coming into this one on the back of that 2-1 victory away at Marine on Tuesday. Much improved showing from Mark Duffy's men in that one. A couple of lovely goals as well in there, so pop along to Siltman TV, the Mac FC YouTube channel, check those out. An added bonus of commentary dubbed over the top of that as well, so you can relive it all in its full glory. And as I say, 2 excellent goals in that one, and a really good win against a side that had gone 12 games unbeaten prior to that one. This afternoon, as I say, we're in Northumberland. Morpeth, the opposition. And again, a funny side to judge, really, Morpeth this afternoon. So in terms of a little bit of a tail of the tape, Morpeth currently sit in 10th place in the Northern Premier League table with 16 points from their 16 points from a possible 33. Certainly an entertaining side so far. 47 goals in those 11 league games. Mac, the visitors, in contrast, now up to 4th place after that midweek victory. 20 points from a possible 33. And a very healthy plus 11 on the goal difference as well for the Siltmen. Don't be too fooled, though, by the league position. It's all very tight at the moment, as we're only 11 games in for the majority of sides in the Northern Premier League. Thus far, Morpeth unbeaten in 5 home league games, in all 5 of their home league games so far this season. 11 points out of a possible 15 in that one. And both sides in a very even stretch of form as well. 11 points for both sides out of the last 6 league games here. Morpeth come into this one on the back of an excellent victory as well, 5-2 against FC United in their last game out. They're 1-0 down as well in the first minute in that one, and managed to get themselves back on level terms quickly, and then 2 quick goals before half-time gave them a lead for which FC United could not come back. Mac fared a little bit worse off against FC United, falling to a 2-1 defeat some 5 league games ago, just by a little bit of comparison. And as I say, funny side here, Morpeth, in a little bit of a good patch at the moment, but had been winless in 5 before that FC United victory. They also lost 4-1 to FC United the previous match, albeit in the FA Trophy. So this one a very difficult game to call, I'm sure. Morpeth also one of those sides that have got a rare victory this season over Radcliffe. They beat them 3-2 in an FA Cup second qualifying game, so absolutely nothing to be taken for granted today. Another difficult game in store, I'm sure, in the Northern Premier League. So a little bit more about Morpeth. So we're at Craig Park today, their home since 1994. Got an ambitious young manager, Craig Lynch, who had a playing career of his own in the Football League after starting off at Sunderland. Joined here in February 2018. He's had his first couple of seasons truncated, of course, by COVID, and since then he's done very good business here for Morpeth, leading them to their best FA Cup run, which was the 4th qualifying round, and also their best run in the FA Trophy, where they managed to go all the way through to the 5th round. Morpeth themselves promoted to this level in 2018-19, and last season they finished in 17th, just managing to drag themselves clear of the relegation places as the season drew to a close. Probably their proudest moment, from speaking to a few fans in the ground before the game today, their FA Vars victory at Wembley in 2015-16, when they beat Hereford 4-1 and carried on a tradition of teams from this area, particularly teams from the Northern League as well, of triumphing in the FA Vars. The players now are out in front of us here. Mac in all white today, Morpeth in black and gold. So let's have a little look at the team that Mark Duffy selected today, and there's just one change to the starting 11 from that side that won out so impressively at Marine on Tuesday. Out goes Freddie Sass through injury, picked up a foot injury in that one, and Laurent Mendy comes back into the starting 11. And Kane Drummond back amongst the substitutes, which was good to see, having recovered from his hamstring injury. So the Mac lineup in full today. Number 1, Conor O'Keefe. 2, Trey Pemberton. 3, Lewis Fensom. 4, Laurent Mendy. 5, Sam Heathcote. 6, Luke Murphy. 7, Neil Kengney. 8, Paul Dawson. 9, Alex Curran. 10, John Rooney. And 11, Luke Duffy. And the Silkman subs this afternoon: number 12, Alex Hurst. 14, John Nolan. 15, Brandon Lee. 16, Danny Rowe, who came on for a short cameo and for his league debut at Marine on Tuesday. And number 17, Kane Drummond. And then the team for the hosts, they line up as followed. Formation to be confirmed: number 1, Dan Lowson. 2, Josh Robson. 3, Liam Miller. 4, Ryan Donaldson. 5, Ryan Wanwell. 6, Michael Turner. 7, Jack Foley. 8, Liam Noble. 9, Sam Hodgson. 10, Fenton John. And 11, Vinny Steels. So we're just waiting for the referee to toss the coin. Laurent Mendy back with the skipper's armband on today. Got his place back in the side. Paul Dawson, type of player who don't think really needs the captain's armband to play in the way he does. In a fine run of form as well recently. Dawson in front of goal and instrumental in that victory on Tuesday. For those of you who didn't either go or listen to that one, Mac switched into a back 5 formation in that one. It was Sass, Heathcote and Fensom on Tuesday. I think it might well be Fensom, Heathcote and Mendy today, but we'll see. The players just in a pre-match huddle here. Mac, who travelled up last night, stayed in Newcastle just to ensure the best preparation for this one. We're in this ground here, Craig Park. 4G surface now down, so the perfect pitch, which had just been watered before kick-off as well. Interesting twist given the rain over the last few days. Referee this afternoon, Samuel Ross. And it's going to be Mac to kick off in this one. Thanks to those of you joining us now as we're just about to kick off in this one. Just myself on commentary today, so it'll be a little bit more dead air than you may be used to. But I'll do my best, and let's hope Matt can grab another 3 points before the return to the leasing.com when Worksop visit on Tuesday after these 5 away games in a row now. Difficult spell, both for the fans and for the players as well, as John Rooney gets us underway here at Craig Park. Heathcote with a long ball instantly out to the left-hand side looking for Dawson. Dawson heads it on well. Curran beaten to the ball, but it falls to Duffy. Duffy just allows it to run under his boot, and immediately Morpeth go long looking for Hodgson. O'Keefe comes out of his area there, and the slices one clear, but it will go safe. Pemberton unable to keep it in. Hodgson, who's got 7 goals this season. The number 9, Sam Hodgson, on loan from South Shields. Getting himself some vital experience. South Shields, who managed to make it up to the National League North last season after a bit of a spell being stuck in the Northern Premier League. Just shows how difficult it can be at this level, as Luke Duffy does well in midfield. Plays one up towards Curran. Wanwell dealt with it well, and then Liam Noble hooks clear. Chance now for Foley to bring the ball down and run down this right channel. Mendy's with him. Foley switches the ball over to the left. It's over the head of Steels, but he'll manage to just about keep it in on that byline. Steels now running at Pemberton and Rooney. Checks back instead to Donaldson. Good start early on here from Morpeth. Just moving the ball around nicely. Commentator's curses worked in our favour for a change though, as that move breaks down. And now Rooney plays the ball in midfield to Dawson. Difficult pass towards Mendy. Mendy tries to clear. It's blocked, but Rooney's able to pick up the loose ball. Gives it away there to Noble. Little shimmy from Noble. Foley's outside him on the right-hand side. Forces him wide. Low cross comes in. It's behind there off Heathcote. Corner to the home side. Sloppy play from Mac on the edge of their own area there. Seized upon by Liam Noble. Noble, a familiar face. Ex-Forest Green when they were on their rise through the league. Been here now for a couple of seasons. And it'll be he to take this corner from the Morpeth right. Alex Curran staying forward, everybody else back for Mac. There's Noble now, takes the corner, it's a good one. Mendy's heads up though, only as far at the edge of the area. Chance here for Steels, who tries to roll away from Duffy. Duffy does well though, and plays the ball off Steels, out for a throw to Mac in the right back position. 2 minutes played here. Craig Park. Morpeth nil, Mac nil. It does look like Mac are sticking with 5-3-2 formation. Fensham, Heathcote and Mendy as the three at the back, as one of those players, Fensham, goes long looking for Curran. Curran beaten in the air by Turner. Falls to Dawson now. Dawson, early ball out to Kengley on the left. Kengley now with a chance to run down the left channel, backing his man into the area. Kengley, and it's a good challenge by Robson. Out for a corner to Mac. Well watched there by Robson. Just waited for Kengley to take a slightly heavy touch and was straight in with a well-timed challenge. Lovely pass from Dawson to get that attack underway. And now Luke Duffy, who is playing behind Alex Curran today. Central attacking role for him. He'll take this corner. Heathcote and Mendy in there. Corner comes in now towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Mendy's there. It just goes over his head. Morpeth scramble to clear. And now they have a chance to play it into the channel. And have done. Just trying to hold the ball up though as Murphy and Fensham sliding in there. Dispossess Hodgson. Now Curran comes away with the ball. Space on the left for Duffy. Duffy, two Morpeth players with him. Jinks in onto that right foot. Looks for the shot. Instead goes to Kengley. Space for Kengley. Rolls away and shot is parried. And behind by Lowson. Good save by Lowson. Kengley's effort straight at him. Didn't have much room to work in. First real sighter of goal there for Mac as the corner's taken quickly. Back now with Luke Duffy. Trying to find space. Instead goes to Curran. Curran teasing his man. Tries to stand one up with his left foot towards Mendy. And Mendy leaning backwards, heads wide. Good early save there from the keeper, Dan Lowson. Neil Kengley coming in off his left wing position today inside the area and getting the strike away. Lowson, who's the skipper, been there since 18-19 season, and one of several players who've most recently turned out for Spennymoor as the keeper now takes the long goal kick. Heathcote's underneath it, wins the header easily. And now Rooney tries to find Pemberton midfield, intercepted though, and Morpeth with a long ball down the left. Steels does well to hold off Fensham. And now pokes the ball back into the Morpeth half. And back out to Steels. Rather heavy first touch, but then steers one nicely into the middle for Hodgson. Hodgson trying the first time ball around the corner for Miller. Seen back to O'Keefe though by Fensham. And that's up towards halfway where Rooney's underneath it. Can't bring down the long ball. So Morpeth have it once more with Turner inside his own half. Turner now with a big diagonal to the right-hand side. Neil Kengley gets his head on that one and then chases after it as well. Kengley continuing to advance down the left here. Two players with him, and does well actually, Neil Kengley, just to play the ball off Robson. Gets the throw in for his side, high up on the left. Good yardage gain there by Neil Kengley. Again, smart defending from Robson though. 24-year-old fullback. Spent last season in the National League North with Blythe Spartans. He's going to have a tough one this afternoon if the early stages are anything to go by, as Max switched the ball from right to left and it's out to Pemberton, who's playing right wing back today. Now Murphy, who calmed things down so nicely on Tuesday at Marine. Mendy, well forward here, but chooses to play it square, and now Dawson will go long. Good ball as well to Pemberton. One touch to get it out of his feet here, Pemberton, looking to take on Miller. Pemberton into the area, chance to shoot. Low one comes in, parried again by the keeper. Curran picks up the loose ball, spins away from his man well. Still Curran looking for options. Goes back to Murphy. Murphy switches to Dawson, shooting chance, but it rolls under his boot. Now Mendy picks up the loose ball. Left-footed shot is a weak one. Easily blocked by the home side, and now they'll go long. Hodgson will chase. Heathcote with him, and Heathcote does well there just to help the ball back to O'Keefe. nice and calm, despite the home fans getting a bit excited about that one. And we're now 7 minutes played here at Craig Park. Goalless, but a bright start for Mac in particular. Looking bright and moving the ball around nicely in midfield as John Rooney finds space. Tries to steer one into the path of Pemberton. Pemberton on his bike, and good defending there from Miller, who tracked him stride for stride and hooks behind for a corner. Miller, a new signing for this season, the left back. Played for Guysborough last time round. And again, one of a number of players who started his football career with Sunderland in their academy setup. And did well there, took no chances with Pemberton motoring outside him. So the corner taken from the Mac right by Luke Duffy. Just delays, steers one to the far post. Heathcote's there, heads it up but can't get much direction on that. And it's hooked away now towards Hodgson. Fensham does well under the long ball, plays it to Rooney. Rooney and Mendy now switches the ball out left to Kengley. Kengley a chance to take on Robson. Instead goes to Curran. Chance to shoot for Curran. A low one. And it's just wide. The ball has been ruled as a corner, actually. I think it might have got a touch off the home defender, but I thought it came off the wheel of the goal. So, as I say, a 4G pitch here. Again, though, Curran finding space in the area. A little bit slow to be closed down by Morpeth. There you go, there's the home verdict on that one. As Luke Duffy will swing the corner in towards Dawson at the near post, headed away by the home side. Curran does well on the edge of the area to bring it down. Knocks it to Rooney. Rooney now with the shot, and Rooney high and wide. And referee will dish out a yellow card there for dissent. Turner it is who's gone into the book. It's just stupid, isn't it? Because I think he's still protesting against the earlier corner. And now he's got to play 80 minutes, having got himself booked needlessly. And Laura Mendy just down inside the Morpeth box, taking a bit of a blow to the head. And that will give us our first chance to have a little breather in this one. Just shy of 10 minutes played. Still goalless, but a good start from Mac. I think Mark Duffy will be happy.
Ref, just wonder what VAR is. Very average ref.
Strong start on this one. They finished the game on Tuesday, very much in a defensive mode. Luke Murphy and John Nolan in that one, playing out the last 15 minutes in front of that Mac defence, managing to hold off Marine, who a good side, score plenty of goals. And in the end, just looking back through my notes, there weren't too many opportunities for Marine in those closing stages after Sinclair Smith have made life a little bit awkward. So Mendy continuing to receive a bit of treatment here. Just looking down the pen picks for the home side. We've talked about several of their main threats. Steels on the left has already shown a few flashes of what he can do. 21-year-old who was playing for Shildon last season in the Northern Premier League Division 1 East. 30 appearances for him. Pacey wide man. As Mendy continues to receive treatment, it's taken a blow to the eye. Goal kick as a result. Rooney's effort high and wide. And Lowson will take. Morpeth, I'm sure, happy to just slow this one down as they go along now, looking for Steels. Headed away now. Noble with the up and under. Big switch out there over to the left-hand side. Pemberton has to be careful. Gets there just ahead of Steels and then miscues a clearance horribly. Heathcote challenges and wins the ball ahead of John. And now Dawson with some space in midfield. Just holds on to it a little bit too long. Now goes towards Duffy, but the ball's going to spill through, and there's a chase on there for Alex Curran with Robson. It does well to make Robson keep it in, but it's good play actually from the home fullback who spins away. And now the goalkeeper, Lowson, rushes his clearance rather trying to find Steels. Knocks it straight out of play. Mac get it back on the field quickly with Fensham taking the throw. Now space in midfield once more for Rooney, who's able to step away from Liam Noble. And now Mendy just allows one to bounce over his foot, and that'll run out. Sloppy play there from Mac. Home side take the throw in quickly. Foley on the ball. Foley, though, decides to go backwards. And now Noble does the same, and it's all the way back with Lowson. And what was an attacking throw-in. Situation a little bit wasted by Morpeth, but they'll go long down the left this time. Steele's beaten in the air by Fensom. And then Pemberton gets there ahead of Miller, but concedes a throw on the left. Thankfully, no sign of a long throw in the Morpeth ranks so far, as they go short, but they're giving it away to Murphy in midfield. Murphy square to Rooney. Rooney just caught there by John. John, who's wearing 10, and he's playing behind Hodgson. A little bit deeper, just trying to stop Mac from playing out from the back. At the moment, though, there does seem a little bit of space out there in midfield as O'Keefe goes long. Kengley beaten to that one by Robson. Good header from Robson. I'm sure he'll be a little bit more comfortable with long balls chipped into the chest and head of Kengley than he will when Kengley's running at him. He's got to deal with that now as Kengley's crowded out by 3 home players. No foul there by Kengley, and Mac have it back in possession. Now switch to Rooney. Rooney with space again. Plays the ball along the ground to Pemberton. Pemberton now will run at Miller. Tries to take him infield, and Miller does well. Just got a toe on that one. Took it away from Pemberton, and can Steele's break away over halfway? No, just checks infield rather. And Morpeth will try and play this one from deep as Liam Noble rumbles forward up towards Steele. Nice little back heel into the path of Miller, the number 3. Miller measures the ball back to Noble. Noble still showing good feet, good awareness of space as well, as Morpeth now move the ball over to their right-hand side, and Robson, who's not got forward too much yet, the full-back. And again, he's content to play the ball square as Morpeth go left once more. Crossing opportunity here for Miller, goes back to Steele. Low cross comes in, cleared by Heathcote. Just got a toe on it, rather unconventional, but it fell for Kengley, and Kengley into the channel for Curran. And the flag would have gone up if the ball hadn't gone out for a goal kick. Curran didn't actually go after the ball in the end, so the flag wasn't raised. And we are now 15 minutes into this contest, and it's Northern Premier League game here. Morpeth 0, Mac 0. Still the best chance of the game. That effort by Neil Kengley after 4 minutes. Straight at the goalkeeper, Lowson. He's inside the box, but under pressure. Didn't have much room to work with. As Heathcote wins the header from the goal kick. Rooney holds off Noble, but then has a bit of loose control. Rooney does now get the ball back. It's going into a rather reckless-looking challenge. And Mac build from deep. Pemberton has it on halfway. No space for him, though, as Steele closes him down. Morpeth have managed to settle into a good shape now, and they force Mac into a risky long ball. It was Heathcote who played it across towards Mendy. It's gone in between Mendy and Kengley. Out for a throw to Morpeth. Robson will take. It's halfway inside the Mac half on the right-hand side. Just signs that Morpeth are starting to get their shape right to stop Mac getting that first pass through midfield, making it a bit more difficult, but Mac defending stoutly. Murphy was intercepting from the throw-in. Move, though, breaks down as Rooney and Pemberton leave the ball from each other. Morpeth nip in and recover it well. And now Noble from deep for the home side. Goes for the big long ball, looking for Foley. It's going to skip on off the surface and just goes behind Foley there, unable to keep that one in. Noble and Rooney, I suppose, fairly similar type of player in this one. Looking to find space and then use their range of passing. Both would probably admit they're not the most athletic anymore. What they do have is experience, Football League experience, the pair of them. So that'd be a good matchup to see who can pull the strings as Fensom this time goes long. Looking for Kengley. It's a good ball as well. Kengley able to bring it down nicely. Chance here to get at Robson. Instead he goes square looking for Duffy. Duffy rolls the ball onto his right foot, but recovered by Noble, and now Duffy picks himself up. Shot is blocked and cleared. Murphy under it. Murphy wins the header, but Kengley can't get to it. And Morpeth will have a throw. Good recovery there actually from Noble. Beaten initially to it by Duffy. Kept going and stopped Luke Duffy getting the shot in. It's a good effect. As the low sun is making life interesting here at Crick Park. Didn't expect sun to be an issue this weekend. Look at the forecast. A beautiful day here, though, in Northumberland for some football. Shouts for a foul there by Mendy. Hodgson backing into him potentially on halfway. And the ball is all the way back with O'Keefe. He rolls it to Fensham. Mac now just trying to move things a little bit quicker. Morpeth have definitely stepped their game up in these last 5 minutes in terms of closing us down. Curran now tries to roll away from Wanwell, does well. And then the referee's going to bring it back for a tug of the shirt there. Wanwell, the big number 5, got himself into a sticky situation. Got a little bit too tight there to Alex Curran and was turned. He's a player who's been at this club before. Previously on loan from Gateshead, now a permanent signing, having left Spennymoor over the summer. Has to be careful with Alex Curran. Of course, we know Curran likes to come short, turn on the ball. He did that to good effect there, and the result is a free kick for Mac. 35 yards from goal. Rooney will take it right-footed, a cross-in position this one. In comes the cross as well, looking for Curran and headed behind there. One well it was again. The man who gave away the free kick deals with it, heads behind for a corner. Alex Curran was the closest Mac man in there. And Luke Duffy will take it. Just a lull in activity here as Duffy considers his options. Goes for one towards the near post, headed away by the home side. Players down inside the area as the ball's returned in there. Kengley trying to twist and turn. Mendy now goes in for the header, and eventually it's Robson who clears. And does better than clear because he finds Hodgson on halfway. Hodgson goes down under the challenge from Curran. And it's going to be a free kick in a deep lying position here for the home side. Curran just caught his man. And Noble decides to go back to his keeper Lowson from that one as Lowson now goes long looking for Steels again on the left. Steels does well actually, wins the header back in field to John. John though just brings it down on his arm. Shame really because Pemberton was out of position. John was in behind Dawson had he brought that one down. Again another stoppage in play here. As Mendy picks up the ball from the free kick. Space here for Luke Duffy to turn on the left flank. Kengley ahead of him. Uses Kengley early. Kengley looks to set off down the channel. Instead plays it back to Curran. Curran rolls away from Noble. Noble tracks him towards the corner flag. Curran rolls it back to Kengley. Tight stuff this. Kengley does well. Escapes from Noble. Low cross comes in. No one in white there though. And it's now back out to Noble. Noble with a lovely bit of footwork to get away from Curran, then plays a risky looking square ball. In the end though, Wanwell does well. Back to his keeper, Lowson, all in blue. And he plays a long ball which is won in the air by Fensham. Noble now picks up the ball and tries to knock it into the channel for Hodgson. Seems a tactic to get that ball up to him early, but it's excellent play from Heathcote. And just back-heeled it to Mendy. And now Matt can milk from deep, but it's given away in midfield. Chance here for Steels. Ball still in play, the challenge on Steels. Chance for a shot is still there. Twisting and turning on the edge of the box here is John. Over to the far post. And then the offside flag up against Donaldson. A couple of tight ones in there. A little bit of contact. First one on Steels. He went down, referee saw nothing in that. And then John, actually, to his credit, stayed on his feet. Had his shot blocked. That all came about after the short pass that played Murphy into trouble. Had his pocket picked. It's probably the brightest spot we've seen for Morpeth in this game so far. 22 minutes played. 0-0. as O'Keefe will restart following that offside decision. O'Keefe goes long over the halfway line. Dawson underneath it. There's a hand in there from either Dawson or the Morpeth player. It goes long. Good header though from Heathcote. Hodgson was in behind him, but Heathcote managed to steer it back to the home keeper. As Mendy plays it to Kengley, looks for the 1-2. Mendy back in the side today. Has to be careful there, under pressure from John. Plays one back, a lively one to O'Keefe, who does well. O'Keefe goes long into midfield and then is just caught slightly late. Nothing much in that one from Hodgson though. Matt wanted to play on, in fact, because the ball was at the feet of Pemberton. Referee drags it back. And again, Matt will play short, this time into Fensham. No way through the middle though for Fensham. He has to go back to O'Keefe once more. O'Keefe there with a heavy touch, and O'Keefe this time clears it out. And then there's a yellow card. Hodgson this time, adjudged to have caught the Mac keeper. He was played into trouble by his own defence there. As you can probably hear, the home fans not agreeing with that one. Couldn't quite see. I'd already looked where the ball had gone because O'Keefe had shanked it straight into touch. It was good closing down from Hodgson. Really good closing down. And that's definitely something Morpeth have done. They've got a lot closer to Mac in these last 15 minutes. Maybe showed us a little bit too much respect in the first 10 as O'Keefe goes long. Looking for Dawson. It's kept in there on the far side by Pemberton, is it? Nope. Just overruns that one. And the home side here feeling a little bit aggrieved with how things are going. Just need to channel their energy, I think, into focusing on their own performance here. We've seen a lot of bookings for Mac and for opposition players as well this season because of dissent. Always unnecessary. We've already seen one as well today for Turner for the home side. Don't need to see any more as that man Turner goes long throw. Headed into touch, is it by Fensham? It is eventually. And Morpeth will walk this one up another 20 yards towards halfway. Turner once more with the throw into Steels. A little flick on first time. Half blocked by Dawson, and then Mendy with an awful pass into midfield, straight to Noble. And here comes Robson now, over halfway for the home side. Chips one into the channel looking for Foley. Mendy's gone out to face him. Space there for Foley. Mendy stands him up, gets a toe in, concedes the corner. Good stuff though from Robson. That's where the space is for Morpeth, of course, with Mac playing this back five. Kengley and Pemberton both pushed on. So the ball into the channel is always on. Well exploited there by Robson. Lovely pass. So corner from the Morpeth right. It's a low one towards the near post. The bodies are in there and it's gone in! At the near post. Heathcote on his haunches. It's gone in off one well. And Morpeth has scored from nothing really. Nice corner floated into the near post. Oh, it's been given to Turner. My apologies. 2 or 3 Morpeth players are in there. Turner it is who's got the final touch. I've got to say slack marking from Mac. But a nice corner it was, played into the near post. Well finished, no chance for O'Keefe. And the visitors, having had not too many sights of goal in this one, get themselves into the lead. As Matt go long from the resulting kick-off. It's all the way through to Lowson in goal. Morpeth now have something to hold on to in this one. See how they play as Mendy wins the header from a long clearance. Into touch for throw into the home side. A rare lapse of concentration there at the back for that corner. It was a difficult one, played in with good pace. 3 Mac players around it. Well finished by the home side as Duffy now spins away in midfield. Good ball from him out to the left. Neil Kengney on the march. Woolmell's gone across to meet him. Kengney continues now to the byline, and the cross is a poor one and behind. Just stretching to keep that one in. Kengney couldn't quite do so. And so a goal kick to Morpeth. The result. We're now 27 minutes played in this one. Morpeth 1, Mac 0. In the sunshine here in Northumberland. Mac's first visit to Morpeth. I'm not happy one so far. Trailing. Turner, the centre half, knocking one in from a corner. Morpeth's best effort on goal, probably only effort on goal so far. Well finished off by the centre half. And here is Turner again. Difficult one played square to Steels. Steels as well, actually. Drops deep, holds off Pemberton. He may have taken a little knock from Pemberton, but picks himself up to play a 1-2 there with John. Nice possession this for the home side. Just knocking things around in midfield. Now they go forward looking for John. John holds off Fensham and then just goes down. Clipped there by Murphy. This will give Morpeth a chance to cross one in from the left. And an opportunity for Turner and one while the centre halves go forward. Free kick taken short actually though into the channel. Shooting chance comes in, it's Foley with it. Off Dawson, and then Dawson tried to clear it. Knocked it onto his own forehead, rather comically. And then it's behind off O'Keefe. John with the chance was trying to hook it in. Free kick caught me out there a little bit. It was a quick one. Well taken, and Foley was on the move. In the end, Dawson did well. Rather unconventional defending. But good job he was switched on there because Foley certainly was. Corner the result from the left here for Morpeth. Noble is there. That is John. Free kick, corner comes in. Straight under the crossbar, O'Keefe. Half spills it and then gathers at the second attempt. No Morpeth players near him on that one. And so O'Keefe gets one going quickly. It's a good one as well. Kengney on the charge. Donaldson's with him, and Donaldson gets across well. Takes no chances. And clears out for a throw. On the left. And we wait for a spare ball there. As Kengney will take the resulting throw after forcing Donaldson to concede it. And it's right on the corner flag, which is why we're not quite happy with the position of it. Mendy goes across to assist. Throw-in goes to Mendy. Back to Kengney. No offside there against Neil Kengney. Plays in field to Rooney. Rooney with three players around him has to be careful here. Manages to hold on to the ball to good effect. Now Murphy and Mendy playing a 1-2 inside Morpeth territory. No way forward though, so it's back to Fensham, who's in the centre circle here. Now wide to Mendy. Mendy though with a really poor ball looking for Rooney, gives it away. But well intercepted by the home side, and they go all the way back to Lowson, the goalkeeper, who clears long. Heathcote allows it to bounce. Fensham comes across and heads, but it's picked up by Noble. Good turn of pace from him. Right-footed cross from Noble, half blocked. Chance for here for Morpeth, and it's in again. John with it. Mac never recovering after the initial poor header from Fensham. Noble was there in a flash, and John was there to turn it in after the cross was only half cleared. Morpeth have a second after 31 minutes. Fenton John with that one, excellently named Fenton John. And that's 2 goals in 5 minutes for Morpeth in this one. And previously struggled to get to grips with Mac, but certainly managed to find a way in this one. And that's another scrappy goal conceded by Mac. Heathcote initially not just getting his head or his boot on one and clearing it. Fensham heading the ball into midfield, and too many bodies forward from a Morpeth point of view. Seized upon by Noble. And then when Mac failed to clear the cross, John was able to steady himself and just roll it past O'Keefe, who had no chance again with that one. A lot of work to do here for Mac. Started well, but faded badly. On the home side in a commanding 2-0 lead. As Rooney plays a long ball looking for Duffy. Headed clear by Wanwell. And again, it's cleared. This time Rooney can't hold on to it, and Steels will come away with the ball over halfway. Steels away from Murphy. Still carrying the ball is Steels. He's got Miller outside him. Just holds on to it. Now plays the long diagonal looking for Foley. Straight onto the head of Mendy though. And then Kegney. Fouled by Foley. 2 number 7s there. And Matt get the free kick. And there's going to be a change here already. Brandon Lee will be coming on. He's amongst the subs for a second game in a row here. Be wearing number 15, Brandon Lee. He's going to come off here then. So Laurent Mendy is the man to be replaced. Took that knock early on. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. So Mendy, who missed the starting 11 at least on Tuesday, replaced here after 33 minutes. Mac are going to play this one out with it a flat back 4. So Lee in at left back, Heathcote and Fensham in the middle, Pemberton at right back. And we'll just cover the rest of the changes in formation in a moment. As Matt give the ball away, it's Murphy again who gives it away. Terrible square ball, seized upon by Forward, and a really heavy touch by Hodgson as he tried to take it into his stride, and it's through to O'Keefe. And Mac having a poor spell here in this one. So flat back 4, as I say, Lee, Pemberton, Fensham and Heathcote. Dawson and Murphy in midfield. Murphy taking over the arm. Dawson taking over the armband. Curran up front with John Rooney behind him, Duffy on the left and Kegney on the right. Is that reshuffle after the very, very early sub? Not sure if that's down to performance or the little knock that Mendy took. Struggling with a bit of an eye injury, I think. As Dawson played into trouble in midfield, is robbed. Noble plays the ball forward. It's too close to Fensham though. And O'Keefe slams it forward. It's just too many times in midfield that we're seeing Mac dwelling on the ball. Morpeth look dangerous every time they do nick it. As Fensham goes long this time down the right, looking for Kegney. Kegney beaten to that one in the air by Turner. Referee trying to play advantage here as forward come Morpeth down the left. It's a ball looking for Steels. Looking for Foley rather. Cleared by O'Keefe. John Rooney can't hold on to it, so it's now Noble for the home side. Composed player. Enjoying himself now, especially with his 2-goal lead. Morpeth really settled into this one after a shaky start. Now Matt will steal the ball. It's Curran with it. Curran carries on down the left. Space here for Curran on the edge of the box if he wants it. Instead goes square to Dawson. Dawson on his left foot. Now his right. Crosses to the far side of the penalty area. Rooney's in there. Good challenge by Miller on Rooney. And that danger's gone. Good play initially from Dawson to win the ball high up. Mac not turning that into a shot on Lewison's goal though, which has been the criticism that you could levy at them certainly in this last half an hour. 9 minutes to the break here. Morpeth 2, Mac 0. Goals on 25 and 33 minutes. First from a corner, second after Mac unable to clear across. Both avoidable. Well taken by Morpeth though. And they need to get themselves through to the break now. Morpeth. They've got a lot to hold on to here. So throw in long by Turner. Pemberton heads one up. Murphy's in there. Back to Steels though. Steels taking on Pemberton. Pemberton does well. Tries to play it off the Morpeth man who jumps out the way. And so throw in attacking position down the left here for Morpeth. Brandon Lee introduced after 34 minutes following that second goal. The back 5 that worked so well on Tuesday changed. Mendy the man off. We're just waiting now for the throw down the left, which goes short. Good play this by the home side. John now with a cross, score of the second goal, but it's just over the head of Foley. Foley just nudged under that one by Brandon Lee. Good play though from John. As Noble now will pick up a yellow card. Again for dissent, which is just ridiculous. Experienced man like Noble. Never any good comes when you start chatting too much to the referee. As Brandon Lee goes long, looking for Luke Duffy. Duffy will chase, getting there ahead of Wanwell, I think. He does. Duffy now into the area, chance to shoot right-footed. Instead goes square to Rooney. Rooney's low shot is blocked, though. And now Donaldson has to be careful. Donaldson does well, actually. He clears. Pemberton now able to pick up the loose ball. Chases into the right channel, trying to get inside a corner. And there's a foul on Pemberton by Miller, who I think just slipped into that challenge. And a free kick in basically a corner from the right for Mac. Nice play that from Duffy. Not the best strike in the end from John Rooney, although it was well blocked by Morpeth man. Just looking worriedly at my battery, but it's going to last. So, John Rooney with the resulting free kick from the right, basically on the corner flag. This one, Curran free on the edge of the box. It goes towards Curran, but it's well read and cleared by Noble. Up towards halfway. Steele's making a nuisance himself in there, and Steele's will emerge with it. Collision there between Murphy and Lee, and then Murphy slides in well. Clears ahead of Steele's. Just a simple miscommunication between those two. Pair collided. Murphy managed to keep his composure, pick himself up, and catch up with Steele's, but both players certainly winded by that one. As Morpeth take the throw. Robson forward. Looking for Foley. Touch though out off Duffy. And again, Morpeth just advancing up their right-hand touchline here. They'll be delighted with their first half work here so far. They'll be looking for more though. Good interplay here down the right-hand side. John tries to get away from Duffy. Does so. And it's another attacking throw-in for Morpeth. As a throw-in comes in. Good movement in there by Morpeth. John it is who tries to turn away from Lee. Just overruns that one though. And behind for a goal kick. And there's going to be another booking this time for Morpeth, this time for John. Kicking the ball away. So that's three cautions. Two dissents and a kicking the ball away. It's the second time we've been accused the referees doing that this week. As Fensom now plays the ball into midfield. Space here for Rooney, but slows things down. Instead goes long, and it'll go all the way through to Lowston. Too long, that pass. Morpeth leaving 3 to 4 players up at all times here, forcing Mac to stay back. Not the numbers in attack. And as a result, can't play their way through at the moment. This is a poor first half so far. So they've got 4 minutes of this contest to the break. Throw-in comes in. Given away though. Luke Duffy tries to play one into the channel. One well underneath it though. Takes the safety first approach. Unsure where Curran was. And so Mac have a throw on the left-hand side. There's 2 balls on the pitch. That's quite funny, that. As it comes in field now to Curran, who struggled to get into this one. Curran turns away into Duffy. Duffy, though, just overruns the ball again. Yeah, Mendy, either an eye injury or they wanted to change the formation and go with a flat back 4. I think it's probably more likely to be the eye injury with it. Sub taking place in the first half. So Robson back in play for the home side. Trying to turn away is Hodgson. Stopped by Lee. Good strong play there from Hodgson. Doing a good job for his side, the 7-goal striker. Always looking to run in behind. Making Matt work hard. And here he is again, backing into Lee. Heathcote, though, can clear. And Duffy just knocks it into touch. Luke Duffy, that is. Mark Duffy, the Mac manager, not in the squad again today. And again, Morpeth with another throw. Good play from them in this one, just inching their way to the break. They've got about 2 minutes of normal time left in this one. As again, it's into the corner. Foley with it. Foley and Lee just sticks to his task. Concedes the throw. It's frustrating, but you do have to defend these situations. Morpeth with a throw in down by the right corner flag, and it comes. Robson with it, and took it back to Noble. Noble with a crossing chance, instead tries to go short to Robson. Robson loses it, and then there's a foul by Foley. He just went through the back of Duffy, just slipped rather into that one. And Mac will have a throw in the left back slot, and Heathcote a free kick rather in the left back slot, just knocks it back to O'Keefe. Mac looking a little bit short of ideas here, just readjusting to the change in formation, go long. Luke Duffy tries to pick up the second ball, does well to flick it into the channel. Wanwell clears up to halfway where Brandon Lee does well to turn away from Foley. And Heathcote forced back once more by the endeavour of Hodgson. Space for Fenson. Fenson urged to go long towards Duffy, and he does, right onto the chest there of Duffy in front of us here on the left. Duffy now steps in field to Rooney, heavy touch from Rooney. Falls now to Brandon Lee. Lee plays it back into the penalty area now. Alex Curran trying to get on that right foot. 2 defenders with him, can't get the cross in, and eventually Morpeth clear at the second attempt, but it's picked up by Murphy, who heads one square. Brandon Lee forced backwards. Max still in possession though, up to Duffy. Duffy goes past Robson, and then he's just caught by the fullback. And a yellow card there for Josh Robson. A late challenge from the fullback, a crossing position. Rooney to take towards the back post. Heads go up and it's headed behind there from the Morpeth defender. I think it was Turner. Not sure he needed to do that, but didn't want to take a chance. So Mac with a corner from our right. Luke Duffy will take it. Looking for options in the middle. He floats one towards the back post. Dawson's in there. Dawson with a header, headed away by Noble from in front of his own keeper, and then cleared up by John. Only onto the chest of Murphy. Murphy there with a heavy touch. John nips in. Steele ahead of him, and a good challenge by Brandon Lee. And a yellow card now for Foley. Again, that's for dissent. It was a strong challenge by Brandon Lee. And then this is going to be difficult now for Morpeth. They have to be careful because either 6 or 7 of their players in the book by my count. It's going to be a throw in to Morpeth around about halfway after the challenge by Lee, which stopped that attack. And now there's some discussion between the officials here. And it looks like someone from the home bench is going to be booked as well. This is all unnecessary stuff. We'll top up the bookings at the break. We can't quite work it out. So throw into Morpeth. There's no ball with it up and under. Down the wing, headed clear by Heathcote. Matt can't get comfortable possession, but John Rooney hooks one forward, straight onto the head of a Morpeth man. Falls at the chest of Neil Kegney. Pemberton on the outside of him. Kegney carries it forward. Donaldson with him. Back now into Kegney. On the right-hand side, trying to turn away from two players. No foul in there. Good pressure from Morpeth. Good decision from the referee as well, as Morpeth try and clear. Give it away to Pemberton, though. And now some space for Murphy. In the Mac midfield, goes square to Lee, the substitute. And now back out to Lee on the left-hand side. Lee into Curran. Curran rolls away from his man. Attacks Wanwell now. Gets into the left-hand side of the box. Tries a low cross. Rooney with a good turn. Rooney with a shot and a good save there by Lowson. And it's cleared away by Robson. Really good save from the home keeper. Mac desperate to try and get one back here before the break. Still have it down the left. Good challenge from John. And then referee gives a foul against Brandon Lee. Really smart save there from the home keeper, who's not been too trouble. That's his first save in about 40 minutes. And the keeper did well actually as well, because that effort from Rooney didn't have too much distance to spot it from, and did manage to palm it wide as well. So free kick in the right back position. Lowson, the home keeper, and Skipper will take it. He plays a long ball as we wait for the half-time whistle here. Morpeth 2, Mac 0. Clinical finishing when the chances have arisen for the home side, and here they are again. Stealing the ball away from Mac. And there's a foul there by Murphy. Collision between he and John. A really clumsy challenge actually from Luke Murphy. Good crossing position though for Morpeth here. We are into injury time in the first half here. And Morpeth with the chance to add to their lead as the free kick's taken quickly by Noble. Cleared by Mac, only as far as Foley. Foley now chasing the loose ball and gets a throw in right by the right corner flag. 1 minute left, I think, the referee showing us. And again, there's someone from the home bench. Some of the yellow cards have been harsh, but from the bench, I mean, just stop talking to the referee, because you know he's just going to book you every time. So, after that booking, we'll have a throw-in for Morpeth down by the corn flag. Throw-in goes short for Foley. Foley trying to turn away from Duffy. Holding onto the ball rather well here. And again, Morpeth advancing, and they've won a corner this time actually off Luke Murphy.
Come on now, sir! For the good name!
As we continue to play in this first half. Another corner kick. Morpeth scored their first, of course, from the set piece. It was a near post corner that caused the damage on that occasion. See where we go here. And it comes, it's a good one, headed from Heathcote. Duffy underneath it. Doesn't get much clearance, distance on his clearance though, and it's picked up well by Foley. Now Morpeth go long, looking for the taker, Noble. Noble picks it up from Lee, and the referee does finally bring a halt to the first half here at Brake Park. And at the break, Morpeth 2, Mac 0. Turner with the first after 26 minutes, turning in a corner at the near post, and then John after 31, doubling the lead. A smart finish after Mac failed to clear a low cross from the right-hand side. Morpeth in control of this one. Mac with one or two half chances, a couple of good saves as well actually by Lowson into the mix. The only real danger at the moment for Morpeth seems to be whether they're going to finish the game with 11 players. 6, possibly 7, I'll just check. Booked, at least 4 of them for dissent, 1 for kicking the ball away as well. And at the break, 2-0. And I'll be back for second half commentary in around about 10 minutes' time. Hello everybody, welcome back to Macclesfield FC Mixler stream for live second half commentary here from sunny Morpeth. This Northern Premier League Premier Division fixture is at the break. Mac player's been sent back out early, so if you're just joining us you can probably imagine what's going on, and it's not been a good first half at all for Mac. They trail Morpeth 2-0 here, 2 goals in 8 minutes after the half-time break. I've put Morpeth in complete control with this one, deservedly so as well. Mac could probably had the better of the possession, but Morpeth taking 2 chances that came up very nicely indeed, and now they've got to come out in the second half and build on that excellent first half performance from them. At the other end, Mac have had a few opportunities to show for all their possession. Neil Kengley had his shot saved after 4 minutes, fired one straight at the goalkeeper from about 10 yards out, and then Lowson with an even better save after 45 minutes, palming wide a shot from John Rooney out for a corner. Saw it well, the big keeper, and palmed it wide as well rather than back out into a dangerous position. Mac made 1 change in the first half there in response to going 2-0 down. Laurent Mendy off, either an eye injury or change in tactics, so Brandon Lee was on, and apart from that I can't see any further changes at the break, so that means Mac line up with O'Keefe in goal, back 4 now of Lee, Heathcote, Fensom and Pemberton, Dawson, who's wearing the skipper's armband, and Murphy in central midfield with John Rooney just ahead of them, Luke Duffy on the left, Kengley on the right and Alex Curran through the middle. So the remaining 4 subs, 2 of which can be utilised: Alex Hurst, John Nolan, Danny Rowe and Kane Drummond, who's back after a few games out with his hamstring injury, as Morpeth back onto the field now. I'm sure they've had a good half-time team talk. Morpeth, Craig Lynch, manager here, will be really pleased with how they responded, because it was difficult the first 10-15 minutes for the home side, then they really grew into it, started to press a little bit higher up the field, and they've got their just reward with those 2 strikes. And it will be Morpeth to kick off the second half. Black and gold, Mac in their white kit today. And the main danger I can see from Morpeth, unless they have a complete collapse, is trying to keep 11 men on the field. 7 bookings in the first half. 4 for dissent, 1 for kicking the ball away, and 1 for a rash challenge. As Morpeth do get us underway now in this second half. 1 well clears long. Fensom underneath that long ball, just nudged under it by Hodgson. Referee gives the free kick to Mac. Hodgson does well just to hold back any potential protest, as Pemberton now with an early ball looking for Rooney. Rooney in behind Dawson down the right. Good ball to Kengley. Kengley will do well to keep this one in, and can't quite do so. Goal kick the result. 2 players with him there, Neil Kengley, and just got it rather caught under his feet. And so Lowson will take the goal kick. Home keeper, home captain as well. And he knows now if his side can keep a clean sheet, indeed if his side can limit their conceding to 1, they will come away with the 3 points today, and they will close to within a point of Mac in the league table, as Heathcote wins the header from that goal kick. He's done well in the air for the most part today, Heathcote. Mac have got the aerial advantage when it comes to the situation back there, as Luke Duffy now picks up the loose ball inside Morpeth territory, looks for the switch, just holds on to it a little bit more though. Back to Dawson, gets it stuck under his feet, but then does well to switch out to Pemberton. Space for him on the right. He sets off, Steels with him. Good challenge by Steels. Concedes a throw right by the corner flag, but did well there, the number 11. One of those players who's not gone into the book. Mac take the throw in short. Murphy's gone forward. Plays the 1-2. Now will cross towards the far post where Luke Duffy's there. Duffy up well, but can't direct his header. And it rolls all the way through to Lowson in the home goal. And Morpeth just feeling their way into the second half. Of course, they are not the ones who have to show anything. 2 goals to the good, the home side. Up to Mac to force the tempo and try and change things. As the ball's cleared long into the low sun. Pemberton has to be careful. Steels with him. Pemberton rolls away from Steels though. Good play from him. And then a foul by Steels. Thankfully the referee deems a free kick enough. Good contest between Pemberton and Steels throughout. And Mac played short from that resulting free kick. Heathcote wide now to Lee on halfway. Lee crosses halfway. Space ahead of him. Foley's with him. Instead he goes in field. Given away though. Clearance rebounds off Duffy. And in the end it's good backpedaling from the home goalkeeper Lowson, who gathered. There's a clearance by Onewell. Ricocheted off the back of Duffy. And we might have to put that down as a shot on target. We have to get everything, take anything we can at this stage. Lowson did well though. Got his feet moving. Gathered it. And then he clears long. But all the way through to O'Keefe, who's in net again this afternoon for Mac. Just looking to see if we've got a change of formation for Mac. We don't. Morpeth continuing to press quite high when Mac play it out, as we're trying now. It's with O'Keefe into Heathcote. Hodgson is continuing to chase gamely in this one. Whether he can do that all match, we'll see. As Duffy does well. Good footwork from him. Rooney just miscontrolled it, but it fell for Pemberton. Now it goes right to Kengley. Kengley, chance to take on his man. Kengley running in field this time on his left foot. Plays it square to Duffy. Duffy back to goal. Wanted a foul. Good decision from the referee. Nothing in that one. And Morpeth hammered the ball clear. Good challenge by Robson. It was on Duffy. Had to be careful with it, and was. As Mac again forced all the way back to O'Keefe. Morpeth will be happy to see the ball. And the Mac back third as Fensom resurrects that long ball, and it does a good one as well out to Lee. Brings it down on the chest. Duffy goes in field. Picks up the loose ball now. Tries to play a 1-2 with Curran. Lee though gives it away. Good recovery from Foley, who tracked him back well. And now the long ball is intercepted by Heathcote. Just on his toes there, the big centre half to nick that one. As Murphy now goes long. Wide to Pemberton, who brings it down. Good play by him into Kengley. Chance to play it into the penalty area, given away by Kengley, but picks up the second ball. Looking for options. Good numbers back here for the home side, but the space wide now for Pemberton on the right. Cross comes in, it's a deep one towards Duffy. Duffy on the chest. Will just about keep that one in. Chance for him to run at Robson. Duffy now carries the ball in field. Chance to shoot. Headed clear by Turner. Now John Rooney. John Rooney's pass intercepted. Rooney has to be careful here. Trying not to foul Steels. And the referee tried to play advantage and then brought it back. And then in the end he was a bit embarrassed because it was a nice little ball out of trouble from the home side. And Mac will make another change. It's Danny Rowe coming on. Danny Rowe on here after 51 minutes. Morpeth 2, Mac 0. Luke Murphy, the man to be replaced. So John Rooney's going to drop alongside Paul Dawson. Danny Rowe up front. And we'll see what the rest of the team changes like in due course. So it's a free kick for the foul by John Rooney. Halfway inside the Morpeth half. Lowson will take. Lowson goes long, straight down the centre of the field. Fensom under it, free header. Knocks it forward. Danny Rowe chests one off, looking for Kengley. Kengley has to try and take the long road around Miller, but Miller's done well. And the clearance completed by Onewell, just knocks it into touch. Where Pemberton will throw it back into play. He goes short. And Fensom able to find his goalkeeper, O'Keefe, beaten twice today so far. Not much he could do about either. Left pretty exposed by his defenders on both occasions. As Brandon Lee comes forward, overruns it, and it's cleared. Up towards John. John, though, dispossessed by Dawson, and Dawson shows too much of the ball to Foley. Foley scampering away down the right-hand side. Heathcote goes to meet him, and it does well. Throw in to Morpeth. Gained good ground, though, from Foley. So throw level with the edge of the Mac box. And this is just what Morpeth need now. They just need to keep breaking this game up. stopping Mac from getting too many phases of play, and then see it out as a low cross comes in from the home side, cleared by Heathcote. Back into touch once more. So Morpeth with the throw, trying to roll away in midfield. There was John, just slipped as he did so, and John Rooney, early ball, it's behind Neil Kengley though, and it's all the way back to the home keeper. Danny Rowe will put him under some pressure, but there's an easy ball out there to Turner, and Turner now the big centre half with the switch, looking for Foley, headed clear by Brandon Lee, and that one will just roll into touch. And what Morpeth are doing very well here, they're keeping the forward of Hodgson and the wingers, Steels and Foley, forward, stopping Mac's fullbacks from getting any traction. And also the long ball's always on, as it is here. It's a good one as well, looking for Steels, headed clear this time by Pemberton, into touch once more. Vinny Steels along with Ryan Donaldson and Liam Miller, the three outfield players from Morpeth who weren't booked in the first half. As Morpeth take the throw in short. Kengley though able to nip in and pick up the loose ball. Kengley's attempted clearance is blocked, but it falls to Curran. Curran hooks one on only as far as Noble. Noble's ball is behind the centre halves, but goalkeeper Lowson is out and does well. Clears things up, and Morpeth now building down their right. Foley challenged by Lee, does well, just turns and plays the ball off Lee. Throw in to the home side, who are managing this one well so far. Still 2-0, no further goals in the second period yet. No major chances for either side as Rooney now goes long, but it's a terrible ball from Rooney. I'm not quite sure who he was trying to find. And it's gone all the way through. Danny Rowe will chase to make the goalkeeper pick that one up. And Lowson, the home keeper, will clear. It's a long one once more. Hodgson will challenge Heathcote. Heathcote wins the header again. Falls to Curran in midfield. Curran opens up his body and plays an early ball to Kengley. Kengley now with a chance to run Miller. Plays it inside. Square ball, but it's a poor one. Noble picks it up and Noble clears. And it looked to me like Noble was clattered by Luke Duffy as he cleared it. It did look a foul. Good play actually from Liam Noble to see the danger. Just a shame that the crest from Kengley bisected Rowe and Curran. So there's going to be I think he has now brought it back. Yeah, good call actually from the referee. So it's going to be a free kick for Morpeth inside the 6-yard box. Luke Duffy maybe a little bit fortunate on this occasion to escape with a booker. So where are we? 56 minutes played. Mac not really making any inroads into this game in the second half. It's kind of drifting at the moment. Lots of stoppages. And the free kick's going to be taken by Lowson from the edge of his box here. Lowson goes long. Heathcote underneath it again, wins the header. Up towards Kengley. First time back to Dawson. Dawson into midfield. Nice ball into the channel. Right channel where Curran's onto it. Kengley ahead of him. Goes to Kengley now. Crossing opportunity. Tries to pull it back, but it's well seen by Turner. Blocks it behind for a corner. And the corner is going to be taken by John Rooney. Now playing deep in midfield alongside Paul Dawson. Need something special from him. Not been at his brilliant best in this one so far. So corner from the Mac right. Comes in. Body's on the floor as Morpeth clear it across their own box. And then eventually it's smashed forward by John. Lee under pressure here. Does well to head away from Hodgson. And now Lewis Fenson with the up and under down the left channel. Alex Curran's there, but it's headed by Robson. And into touch on halfway. Throw in taken quickly into Luke Duffy. Brandon Lee outside him. Duffy carries the ball in field, looking for options. Still Luke Duffy. Duffy into Pemberton. Kengley's wide on the right, seeing a lot of the ball in these last few minutes, Kengley. Here he is again. Pemberton swings the ball in from the right-hand side, headed clear. Chested down now by Curran on the left side of the area. Curran with a shot, and it's wide. Flashes past that far post. I'm not sure that Lewison knew too much about it, but it was well wide in the end, as Mac will now make their third and final change, nice and early. 58 minutes played. It's Kane Drummond coming on. And Alex Curran. Alex Curran going to be the man replaced. So we're Curran off. Kane Drummond on. Back from injury. And we've now got over half an hour. No more subs remaining. Cards are on the table as Drummond comes on. I think he's going to play up front alongside Danny Rowe. We'll see as Lowson takes the goal kick long. Heathcote there. Morpeth man was backing into him. Referee happy with that one as Neil Kengley wins a throw for his side. Kengley operating on the left momentarily. Luke Duffy on the right. It does look like it's going to be Drummond and Rowe up front. As Mac take it short. John Rooney in midfield. Plays a square ball but straight into possession of Morpeth. And here they go. Long ball forward. Foley's onto it. Towards the edge of the area. It steals, in fact. Steals with a left-footed shot across, and it's just past the far post. Agonisingly wide from a home point of view. And that was just a simple straight ball down the middle after John Rooney surrendered possession. Lewis Fensham a little bit unsure about whether to come across. And in the end, good turn of pace by Steels. Just dragged his shot slightly. And that's the best chance for either side in the second half. 60 minutes gone when that one went wide. Looking good though. Still Morpeth in this one. Definitely not sitting back and settling on what they've got as Matt go along down the left. Kengley's in there. So there's Wanwell. Wanwell does well in the end actually to turn the ball away. And now Noble has the ball. Good range of passings from him. He goes long this time. Should be O'Keefe. So he comes out of his area actually, O'Keefe, to clear. Not entirely convincing, but it does work out eventually as John Rooney is able to put his foot on the ball, slow things down, and now Mac look to go into the channel once more. Kengley in behind Robson, but Robson does really well. Good sliding challenge, and Robson's just tweaked something there, unfortunately, as he went in for the challenge. It was a good one as well. Kengley in behind him. And Robson is just going to require a bit of treatment, so we'll have a little bit of a break. And Robson, the number 2, down here for a little bit of treatment. Experienced player in these parts and dropped down a level to play for Morpeth this season. Not quite sure what the injury is, but certainly felt something tense up as he slid in well. And then Neil Kengley with the good play there, just asking questions of the home defence, trying to run in behind as he does. And continuing to want the ball, Neil Kengley. And unfortunately, there's going to have to be a change for the home side. That's a shame because Robson's acquitted himself well in this one. He's going to limp off. And we'll see who comes on shortly. So Matt get the ball back into play from that throw. Back to Heathcote. He goes square to Dawson. 1-2 with Rooney. Slightly behind him though, and Rooney's forced back to halfway in Fensham. Fensham now with a good ball to Pemberton, straight to his feet. Pemberton goes around the outside of Steels. Steels does well, and then Steels just catches Pemberton. And yeah, it's a booking, and I suppose that's fair enough. That one, Steels just got himself the wrong side of Pemberton and slid in. Free kick to Mac in between the right corner and the penalty area. And it will now give, thankfully, Morpeth a chance to make that sub, I hope. And Jeff Henderson is going to be the man coming on, I think. So hopefully he'll get on before the free kick. And Steele's into the book as well, so that's eight players now in, although Robson's going off, so it's back down to 7 of the current playing 11. As Robson hobbles off. Shame for him. But an opportunity now for Henderson to come and see this one out. 63 minutes gone. Morpeth 2. Mac 0. Really, really need to get one soon if we've got any chance of dragging ourselves back into this. And Rooney will take this free kick from the right towards the far post. Heathcote's there. Good header from the home side. And the substitute straight into the action as he heads clear. Ball's there with Danny Rowe now. Danny Rowe back to goal. Plays it square to Rooney. Chance to shoot. Right-footed. Blocked well by Noble. Out for a corner, and now Noble also looks to have pulled up. And Liam Noble now will get a bit of treatment. Again, maybe touch a cramp on that one, or a bit of a knock to the ankle. Good block from him. Played well in this game. And again, a little break in play here. 64 minutes on the clock. Mac, all 3 subs on. Gone for a more attacking approach with Drummond up alongside Rowe. Those players just warming to the pace of the game after coming on. And it's Morpeth actually have had the best chance of the second half. Vinny Steele's firing one wide with his left foot as Liam Noble hobbles off. Won't be able to defend this set piece, which is coming in from the Mac right. Rooney with it once more. There it comes into the penalty area. It's cleared away inside the 6-yard box. Turner, I think it was. All the Mac players on their heels somewhat. And it's gone out for a throw. Pretty much by the corner flag again. Rooney just gesticulating, saying he wanted a bit more movement from that corner. Mac take the throw in quickly into Luke Duffy. Does well to get the ball in. It's to the far post. Kengley gets his head to it, but it's cleared by Morpeth. And a nice play there by Hodgson, who took the ball away from Heathcote. Clears out, but throw to Mac, which we take quickly. Given away, though, by Brandon Lee. And then knocked into touch by John as he tried to go around the outside of Dawson. And again, Mac trying to up the tempo here from that throw. Get it back onto the park. And it's with Fensom, who's got time and space to carry the ball up to halfway. Looking for options. He goes long. High ball towards Danny Rowe. Danny Rowe misses it. Kengley, though, trying to turn one well. Kengley into the area now. Tries to poke it back to Rowe, but it's cleared away by John again. And Heathcote wins the header ahead of Hodgson. Now Pemberton looking for movement ahead of him. Not too much. Just holds on to it and then goes back to Fensom. John Rooney trying to get into the game, and here he is on the ball. Steele with him, working hard for his side. Now Fensom picks up the ball inside Morpeth territory as Rooney chips one down the right. Drummond tries to get onto the end of it. Drummond picks it up. Struggling to compose himself here, Drummond. Drummond still with it. Wriggles away from 2 men. Tries to cross one across. It's cleared by the substitute Henderson. Only as far as Lee. Not square to Rooney, but he gives it away. Loses his footing in the process, and there's a break on down the left here for Steeles. Rooney's with him. Instead he goes square to Noble, who's back on his feet, thankfully, after that bout of cramp. And now it's a switched out to the right-hand side, and a good challenge from Dawson on Foley. Concedes a corner. And good play from Morpeth as well, because Matt giving the ball away. And Morpeth quick to counter-attack, and they've got a corner out of this one. Fair play to Paul Dawson, because it could have been worse. And we're going to see now another substitution for Morpeth. And it's Fenton John going off, I think, here. Scorer of the second goal. And he is going to be replaced by number 15, Will Jenkins. Corner comes in from Morpeth. It's a good one as well, just behind Hodgson, who threw himself at that one. Ball still in play there with Steels. Steels cross is blocked by Rooney. Very close, so the shouts for handball waved away. And Matt go long. Duffy will pick up the second ball, but poor control by him. Picked up by Morpeth, and then the ball forward is cleared by Heathcote, who saw the run of Foley in behind him. And corner conceded as a result. Morpeth just doing enough here. Every time they get a chance, they're doing things quickly, asking questions of that Mac defence, and their concerted effort really not to sit back on this 2-0 lead. They've got 22 minutes left for play in this one, and they have a corner as well from their left. Noble will take it. Corner towards the far post. Fensom in there with Foley. Foley does well to keep the ball in play. Going to try and get a corner off Fensom, and does. Good play from him. Nicely managing the time here, Morpeth, just to draw this one out, take the sting out of it, and that's all they need to do, of course, with this 2-goal lead. That's Noble. Goes across to take it as well. Mac with 3 players left forward. Have to be careful here to defend this one, first of all. Here it comes from Noble. Low corner. Comes off the head of Danny Rowe. Didn't know too much about it. And then John Rooney clears up towards Kane Drummond. Good flick on by Drummond into the path of Duffy. Duffy now advancing towards the area. Cuts across his man, but shows too much of the ball to Lowson. And the home keeper just falls on the ball. A really big chance there for Duffy. He was found well by Kane Drummond. Nice little flick on from the substitute. Poor touch, though, from Luke Duffy. Uncharacteristically poor touch. That allowed the home keeper to nip in there. It's probably just about making his decision about which way to go to try and stop Duffy. In the end, it was just presented on a plate to him by the poor touch of the centre forward. As John Rooney does well under a long ball. Heads square to his right back, Pemberton. Pemberton rolls on into the feet of Duffy. Duffy then behind Pemberton. It's picked up here by the substitute Jenkins. Jenkins plays one wide to the right, and it's just too much on it for Foley. Skids behind for a goal kick. Just a few times we've seen Matt perhaps trying to rush things a little bit too much in giving the ball away. Still time to get back into this one, although we've not really looked like scoring as yet. 20 minutes, in fact, plus injury time to go as the long ball is towards Danny Rowe. Rowe beaten in the air by Turner. But Mac with a throw. It's taken short to Danny Rowe this time. Rowe looking to get involved in the play where he can. Not seen him with a shooting opportunity as yet. Kane Drummond, the further forward of the two as we speak, as the ball's wide now to Pemberton. Pemberton steals, continuing to track him at all times. Good work from him. Now Rooney tries to chip one over the top for Drummond. Good run by Drummond. Drummond into the area, but headed behind by Turner. Drummond was trying to roll away from him, but the centre-half did well. Concedes a corner, which is taken quickly to Duffy. Duffy now with a cross to the near post. It's half cleared, and then clearance completed by Jenkins, but falls to Pemberton halfway inside Morpeth half. He goes square to Danny Rowe. Danny Rowe will try and roll away down the left. One well with him, and one well does well to dispossess him. And now Noble will just take his time and play the ball off Trey Pemberton into touch and throw for the home side. As the throw-in's taken to Noble. A bit too easy for my money as well, and it's a great ball by Noble. Switched out to Steels. Steels in the central area, looks to go wide of Pemberton, plays a 1-2. Steels now left-hand side of the penalty area, chance to cross. It's a low one in. Oh, and it goes behind everybody. And then it's rolled all the way across. Hodgson was throwing himself at that one. Foley was throwing himself at that one as well. In the end, the cross from Steels maybe just had a little bit too much on it. Again, though, dangerous play from Morpeth. Close to getting a third there as Dawson gives the ball away this time. Well seen by Donaldson. And Donaldson goes all the way back to his keeper, who makes a bit of a hash of the clearance. And Duffy heads to Rooney in midfield. Rooney tries to play one into the channel. Good one to Pemberton. Back to Duffy, and then Duffy gives it away as he searches for Pemberton. Dawson, though, picks up the second ball. Good bit of control this from Mac. And now Heathcote has it, just inside Morpeth's half. Thought about carrying it, instead goes wide to Pemberton. First time header into Duffy. Crossing opportunity from the right. Low ball to Pemberton and off the post from Pemberton. Duffy, though, keeps it alive, and then eventually it's cleared by Morpeth for a corner. And Pemberton there with Drummond with the effort that came back off the post. Sneaking in at the near. Got to get it on target there from there, Kane Drummond. Corner. This time again towards Heathcote. Heathcote's in there. Ball bouncing around, and it's behind, I think, off Duffy. And is. So, Kane Drummond, the man who has gone closest to getting back into this one. 74 minutes. And his effort just flicked off the post. Good movement from him. Getting across his man. And like we saw on Tuesday, getting to the byline and playing a good low ball in. The source of chances. So Lowson will take the goal kick. 15 minutes plus injury time here for Morpeth. Currently 2 goals to the good. Heathcote wrestling with Hodgson, no foul given. And Mac have got a throw just inside Morpeth territory. A long way from goal, though. It's near the halfway line. Virtually on the halfway line. As Brandon Lee goes long, looking for Kengney. Kengney does flick on well, looking for Drummond. Morpeth clear that, though. And Jenkins does well to hold it up. And now it's long. Hodgson will chase, but the ball into touch. Not been great service up to Hodgson at times. Who still full of running. As Rooney picks the ball up deep for Mac now. He goes wide to Pemberton on the floor. Good ball from Pemberton into towards Duffy. It was actually overhit. And will evade Duffy and Drummond. And all the way through to the home keeper, Lewson. He was beaten a few minutes ago. Kane Drummond turning one onto the post after a right wing cross from Luke Duffy. And at the moment, it looks like Morpeth are going to hold on to this one. Close out the victory. Mac just need to get one back, and then you never know. Fensham tries to find Pemberton. It's a good ball as well, actually, up towards Pemberton. He's got options centrally. One of them Rooney, who now picks it up. Looking for Luke Duffy outside him. Pemberton continues his run. Duffy, though, hangs one up to the far post. Too close to the home keeper, who gathers nicely inside his own 6-yard box. Danny Rowe unable to get near that one. Lowson clears. Long kick again. Brandon Lee should win this one, and does. Into midfield, where it's picked up there well by Donaldson, who's done a good job in front of the back four. Now it goes left, looking for Steels. Steels let Pemberton head it and did well, actually, to then close down Duffy and win the ball back for his side. Inside the Mac half. No pressure on Morpeth to do anything with it, so they just knock it around. Good play by them. Now it's back to the substitute Henderson, and he goes wide, but then there's a little slip in there. Nice play, though, by Foley, who dances away from Lee, but Dawson recovered well, picked up the ball, and now switches it nicely to Luke Duffy, who has some space and is now closed down by a couple of players. Duffy playing off the right in the second half of this second half. This isn't grass today, this is 4G. As Drummond now gets played into the channel, right-hand side of the box. Tries to pull it back towards Kengney. Kengney's there. Good challenge by Wanwell, who won the ball and concedes a corner. Well watched, because Kengney was in behind him. Couldn't have been entirely sure where he was there, Wanwell. Corner's going to be taken by Rooney. From the mat left. Here goes Rooney in towards the penalty area. Good punch by the keeper. Luke Duffy's on it, though. Falls to Drummond on the edge of the area. just composes himself and plays it right to Duffy. Duffy buys himself some space, cuts it back now to Drummond. Drummond with the first time cross into Kengney. Kengney turns and Kengney leaning back, lifts it over the bar. Weak effort. Came at him a little bit fast, that ball. Kengney, though, should have potentially tested the keeper from there, as we're going to see another change for the home side. Off goes Vinny Steels. Been brilliant this afternoon, Steels, putting a real shift for his side, and he's been replaced by number 14, Andrew Johnson. So all the subs are on. Rowe's still on. 12 minutes to go. Morpeth 2, Mac 0. As it is, Mac are going to slip to defeat here in Northumberland after such a promising victory as well on Tuesday. But there is still time to get back into it. As Jenkins plays a nice 1-2. Referee brings back player there for a foul by Dawson. So Dawson, Noble will take the free kick. I think he's going to go long here. Just waiting for his centre half to go up. And again, another chance to test the Mac defence here with a long ball this time. It's a good one as well, towards the edge of the box. Heathcote's there. Heathcote wins the first ball. Flicked on. Pemberton's header away is not a great one. And then Fensham clears towards halfway. Nolan, though, underneath it. Heads it back forward, and Hodgson keeps it alive and forces Pemberton into the right back position, but he's able to play a square ball. Mac trying to play out from deep. The home side press in as O'Keefe plays a difficult one up towards Duffy, and Duffy can't keep that one in. Down in front of us, good play by Hodgson, putting Connor O'Keefe under pressure. That's just what you need to do in this situation. 10 minutes now for play. Throw in taken and possession retained. Here comes Jenkins towards the edge of the Mac box. Looking to play one into the channel. Chance to finish it off here for Morpeth, but it's just wide from Johnson, although it took a little touch off O'Keefe. Johnson tried to turn it in from a narrow angle. And fair play to Connor O'Keefe there. Managed to just get enough on it to turn it behind. But this is Morpeth looking the more dangerous. And now they have a corner. Noble will take. Noble now towards the far post, looking for the substitute. It's headed back across well. Fensham's in there, and there's a real chance on the turn for Hodgson. But Hodgson shovels over. The ball just rebounded off the thigh of Fensham, straight to him. Hodgson rather snatched at that one, and again another chance. This time for Hodgson. Presentable opportunity again as O'Keefe goes long towards Danny Rowe. Rowe beaten in the air. And now Fensham heads clear into midfield, where Rooney plays a difficult ball to Pemberton. Pemberton can only hook forward to Duffy. Duffy closely marked, and then Duffy fouled by Miller. Free kick on halfway. And Trey Pemberton just trying to move Jenkins out of the way. Should be booked for that one, Pemberton. So free kick to Mac, just inside our own half. Rooney will take it. Heathcote and Rowe the targets of this long ball, I reckon. So one straight down the middle of the field. Rowe towards it, gets a flick on. Heathcote at the far post, brings it under control, looking for teammates. Goes back to Kengney. Kengney with the low cross, well cleared there by Donaldson. Up to halfway, and Hodgson does well here to bring it under his control. And now Noble will play a long ball forward. Brandon Lee just stretches to get ahead on that with two players running in behind him. And now John Rooney with some space in the central midfield area. Rooney forward to Rowe. Rowe down this right-hand side, crosses a low one in towards Drummond. The flag's up, though, against Drummond. And his first touch was a poor one in any case.
Ref, you can get your whistle out of your ass, but you can't get the card suit or the super glue in your pocket.
And 7 minutes for play here. As goalkeeper Lawson will restart after the offside. Good play actually from Danny Rowe in the build-up. Coming short, holding it up in a nice early cross. Drummond just gone too early as the ball is played long. Hodgson can't win that one. Fensom this time goes long, looking for Luke Duffy. Good defending though from Miller, who did well to watch the long ball. Heads one into touch. Danny Rowe will come and take the throw. Mac desperately trying to get themselves back into this one. Morpeth though holding firm. Having chances of their own as well. Actually, Morpeth in this second half now. As John Rooney has space in centre midfield. He's dropped deep. Dawson ahead of him. Instead he goes left to Kengney. Lee starts the overlap. Kengney pass one well. Low cross comes in. Well intercepted though by the substitute Henderson, who clears to Jenkins. And Jenkins will just clear up to halfway for a throw. Good again from Morpeth. Plenty of bodies back behind the ball as that cross came in. Fenson. Back to Dawson, who's got space. Dawson with a long ball, looking for the runner Drummond. It's straight through though to the goalkeeper there, Henderson. Just shielded Drummond effectively. Very difficult to play a long straight pass like that and get in behind. Mac need to stay patient, but they don't have time on their side here. They've got 5 minutes plus added. Morpeth 2, Mac 0. Those 2 first half goals remain the difference here. Craig Park. That's Dawson. In a deep position, does well. Plays it to Fensom. Fensom looking for options, goes into Rooney. Rooney turns away from Johnson and then goes long again looking for Drummond, but he's just forcing these balls, Rooney. Gives it away again. And Noble settles things down for the home side all the way back to goalkeeper Lawson. A long ball. Hodgson will compete again. Well won by Heathcote. Ball spills wide awkwardly for Fensom, who does well in the end actually to bring it under control. And he goes into midfield where Rooney is deep once more. Rooney along the ground to Kengney on halfway. Lee goes outside and Kengney holds on to it. Looking for support. Does well there actually, Kengney to turn away from Wanwell. Still Kengney travelling down the left-hand side. Now the low cross behind everybody. Picked up by Pemberton. Out now to Dawson on the edge of the box. Dawson with the back heel. Rooney with the shot. It's blocked. Good header by Turner. Now Pemberton crosses one in. Second ball is cleared by Wanwell. Both centre-halves there doing well. And the long ball picked up again by Mac. As Rooney crosses, right-footed, looking for Pemberton. Ball falls back to Dawson on the edge of the box, and Dawson slides one hopelessly wide. Goal kick, the result there. Four minutes of the 90 remain. Lawson with the goal kick up towards, well over halfway actually. It's good hoof on him. Paul Dawson just beaten to that one. It spills left. Johnson with it, but into touch. Couldn't get away from Pemberton. Pemberton back to Fensom. Fensom urged to go long. Will, after a slight hesitation, towards Danny Rowe. Rowe beaten in the air, but the loose ball falls to Rooney. Good header from Henderson it was to beat Rowe. Rooney steps forward with it into Drummond. Drummond, though, dispossessed by Henderson. Nice play. And then chipped down the right by Donaldson. Good ball by him. Foley's onto it. Foley now just trying to see things out down that channel. And Brandon Lee gets a toe in. Throw in to Morpeth. And they're going to do this one. The home side. Mac yet to really lay a glove on Morpeth in the second half. After such a bright opening 10 minutes as well. As Morpeth now build from that throw. Brendan Lee steps across and wins it. He clears, but there's no one there. And Turner can go all the way back to his keeper, who clears high. Difficult one. Oh, it's done well, really well there, Morpeth. They found Foley with a header. 4 players up in attack as well. Here comes Jenkins. Jenkins with the square ball to fellow substitute Johnson. Chance to shoot up against Pemberton. It's blocked. Heathcote goes to try and clear it, and then the ball cleared long. Back into Morpeth possession there with Noble. Noble with a shot from distance, and it's a good save from O'Keefe. He tumbles across and turns it round the post. Noble really caught that one. O'Keefe saw it all the way, which helped him. And it is Morpeth who continue to look the more likely here. And it will be Noble who's won the corner. He'll stroll across to take. I don't think we're going to see the board when it does come in 90 seconds or so. I don't think it's going to be enough time, whatever it shows for Mac. Corner comes in, a deep one once more. Henderson wins it, but can't get any direction on his header back across goal, or attempted header back across goal. And O'Keefe will take the goal kick long. Looking for Danny Rowe. Danny Rowe goes in. Again, he's beaten in the air this time by Henderson. Good header from Heathcote. And Morpeth go long down the right looking for Foley. Foley backing in well to Brandon Lee. Just holding the ball up. Dawson with him as well. And eventually Lee gets a toe in. Good play from Foley there. And we're now seconds away, I think, from the end of the 90. So we'll be through to Morpeth. Down there right, level with the edge of the Mac box. They go short here to Jenkins. Maybe just going to try and hold it, but instead it's given away, and Rooney just plays the ball there off Donaldson. Goal kick, which O'Keefe is in a rush to take. We're here in 7 minutes of added time, which we're into now. Played along by O'Keefe. Rowe just runs underneath it to allow it to run to Kegney. Kegney trying to turn away from his man towards the edge of the box. Just slips into the challenge there, Kegney, and that will have hurt. That will have hurt Turner, but it was a definite slip there from Kegney, and that's acknowledged by Noble now. Slips into the challenge, did concede the free kick quite rightly as well.
Well done, ref! What's the matter? Get your cards up, man! Jesus, what? So an evening, who wants a goal?
And Lowson will take the kick. Turner thankfully to his feet. So it looks like Morpeth are going to make it 6 league games this season at home, all without defeat. Mac struggling on the road again. I've got about 6 minutes of added time to do anything about it. Does not look like scoring in the second half, and Danny Rowe plays a hopeful ball down the channel. Cleared by Turner, who's back on his feet after that earlier collision. And Fensham does well under pressure from Hodgson, who's worked tirelessly up front. The number 9 for the home side. As Heathcote comes forward. Ball into the channel looking for Kegney, but it's massively overhit. And again, Lowson can come to the edge of his area and just fall on the ball there. Not good enough, really, that from Heathcote. Mac being urged to play the ball long early here. Have to get something now, really, if they've got any chance. As Fensham heads the ball. Lee forced to clear long, straight onto the head of Donaldson in midfield. Dawson competing, but it falls for Hodgson. Dawson again goes in with the head. Good play, actually, from Hodgson. And now nicely played down this right. Noble just holding the ball up. Lee's with him. It goes down the channel, and the flag up against Foley. And Mac take the free kick quickly. Heathcote has it. It's got to go long, I feel. Danny Rowe's peeled off to the right. That's where it goes. Looking for Rowe. Rowe backing into his man. Heads one forward for Drummond, but just too much on it. And again, through to Lowson. 4 minutes left for play. We're in added time now in the second half. Morpeth 2, Mac0. 2 first half goals. I'm going to give Morpeth the points here, and they have the ball in Mac territory as it's out to Johnson, but Johnson can't quite scamper onto that one. The ball running out ahead of him. Mac take the throw into Dawson. Space for Dawson. Dawson will go long, looking for the running behind, but it's straight onto Turner's head. Turner, though, presents it to Danny Rowe. Rowe looking for options ahead of him. Just holding the ball up here. Rowe then gives it away as he tries to find Rooney. Really poor play from him, and the space in midfield here as Hodgson holds off Fensom. Foley now on the outside of Lee, picks it up. Can he cross it to the far post to Johnson? No. Foley holds on to it, turns inside Lee, still goes on, and then is shot straight into the gloves of O'Keefe, who bowls the ball out to Dawson. Dawson now needs players ahead of him. It goes to Luke Duffy. Duffy well challenged there by Miller, though. Been good, Liam Miller, in this one. Throw to Mac on halfway, taken by Rooney. Rooney again looking for options, will go long, looking for Danny Rowe. Over the top of Rowe, though, and it's going to run for Neil Cagney. Cagney, though, challenged by Wanwell. Ball stays in play. Rowe it is who's picked it up on the left. Tries to cross it, instead holds on to it. Danny Rowe twisting and turning, trying to get a shooting chance. Does shoot from distance, and it just drops onto the roof of the net. Lowson in the home goal. Scrambling, fortunately for him. Slightly misdirected from Rowe. But we expect to see from him. Scored a huge number of goals across his career. Power in those boots as well. Just couldn't quite get it to dip enough. And just must be about 2 minutes. Mac not going to be able to get back into this one. It's going to be a defeat. Disappointing defeat as well after, as I say, a really improved showing. Not to be here in Northumberland today, though, when they've had chances. And Mac haven't had many, and it's Morpeth with the out wide. Foley's outside him, but Jenkins holds on into Jenkins once more. This is good use of space here by Morpeth. They've got themselves a throw. Level with the edge of the Mac box down the right. And Wanwell will takes it short into Nolan. Keep doing that. Noble. Another throw for the home side. And again, Morpeth able to just hold really in the second half. Particularly in this added time. Danny Rowe's really deep here. Hooks a long ball up towards Drummond. Drummond tries as Drummond, but he's held off well there by Turner. And Turner plays a great... Miller will have to get after it. And Pemberton's in there. And a throw into the home side. Morpeth to slow things down. Turner will get this one back into. And he goes long. Now Rooney. Rooney tries to play it into the channel for Cagney, but it's well seen there by one. And now Foley, who's been a nuisance all game. He finds Noble able to just hold on to it. Referee looking at his watches here. I think we're... And it's the home side in possession as the ball's almost unable to take a touch. Plays a long ball. At this stage, it's not important for Morpeth. Added time, I think. And again, picks the ball up. Tries to get away from Johnson, but Johnson actually does well against. Slams the ball clear. And that one's... I think that will be that. Still we play on here. Flung. Looking for Danny Rowe. Danny Rowe backing into his back to Rowe. Chance to play it left to Cagney, but it's behind him. Cagney checks his run. On the edge of the box. Shot is blocked. Cleared by Morpeth up towards Hodge. The challenge from Fensom. Macklow progressing down. The overruns it. And Wanwell can carry it forward here, the centre half. Mac players trying to get back. Some tired legs out there now as Foley corner flag. Eats out the final few seconds. And there we go. Here in Northumberland, it's finished. Morpeth 2, Mac 0. The first half from Turner and John, the difference. Mac unable this one in the second period. They changed the formation. They put the 3 subs on early, held firm, and they run out. Deserved 2-0 winners. Thank you for this afternoon. I'm very sorry about my co-commentator picking the referee rather than celebrating his own side's victory, but there you go. And some more league action, this time finally back at the leasing.com after 5 row. We're playing Worksop on Tuesday night, that's the 24th, as I say, at the leasing.com. Plenty of tickets available for that one if you want to come in. Mac have been very good at home even this season as well, so Mark Duffy's going through a little tricky patch at the moment, so come along and support the lads if you can. If you can, please join us again on Mixler here from about 7:35. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll speak to you again very soon.